President Bola Ahmed Tinubu urged African leaders to make use of sovereign wealth to build Africa. Inspector General of Police and the Conference of Speakers clash over creation of state police. On entertainment news, Irish star cries out over online bullying. In business, inflation rate drops to 22.97%. On the foreign scene, Russia's deadliest attack on Kyiv in 4 months killed 15 and wounded. We begin from the entertainment scene, where famous Nigerian songstress Irish Star has cried out for being subjected to bullying on social media. Expressing her frustration yesterday morning, Irish Star urged online trolls to leave her alone and focus on more important issues. Speaking in an post, the singer, who explained that her critics are committed to deliberately dragging her for no reason, accused them of seeing her as a scapegoat. Irish Star has constantly been criticized, mostly for her fashion choices. On the entertainment scene, popular singer Rika Sani has claimed that the trend of gospel musicians switching to secular music is more about fulfillment than financial incentives. He explained that a lot of musicians who started their careers in gospel genre switched to secular music industry because they don't have the gift of ministration. In a recent interview, Hassani shared that he began his music career in the church, but switched after he discovered that it wasn't his calling. And now to some local stories. President Bola Tinubu has urged African nations to deepen regional cooperation and deploy sovereign wealth funds strategically to accelerate development across the continent. He said the coordinated use of these national reserves is essential for closing infrastructure gaps, enhancing climate resilience, and creating employment for the rapidly expanding youth population. Speaking yesterday in Abuja at the opening of the 4th annual meeting of the Africa Sovereign Investors Forum, ASIF, represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, he said the continent must align its resources and ambitions in response to a fast-changing global landscape. The Inspector General of Police, IG Kayode Egbetokun, and speakers of state houses of assembly clashed yesterday over the agitations for the creation of state police. They spoke at the Constitutional Review Legislative Dialogue on the National Security Architecture tagged Nigeria's Peace and Security, the Constitutional Imperative. The dialogue was organized by the House of Representatives Committee on Constitution Review in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA, advancing his opposition to the proposal, which had been adopted by governors. IGP Egbetokun said that rather than create state police, the Nigerian Police Force, NPF, should be strengthened and well-funded to carry out its constitutional responsibility. Still on the local scene, Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Zach Adedeji, has directed the extension of tax office operations to weekends for the month of June. The directive, according to the Special Advisor on Media to the FIRS Chairman, Mr. Dari Adekombi, is part of the chairman's commitment to matching the agency's customer-centric policy with tangible actions. With the directive, tax offices are expected to open for business from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday and 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday throughout the month of June. The statement said the weekend service, which started on June 14th, will end on Sunday, June 29th, and it is aimed at helping companies who are mandated by law to file their tax returns by the end of the month meet up with the deadline. Thank you for staying tuned. Newsline returns shortly after this break.
Newest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? I guess you're just what I need. We play anything like this. You can go your own way. And this. We could have had it better. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything. Let's do it.
Welcome back. Glad to still have you with us. You are still listening to Newsline on Melody 100.7 FM. And now to some business stories. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, and the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Mr. Olayemi Cardoso, met yesterday as part of efforts to deepen fiscal and monetary policy coordination and consolidate the gains of the macroeconomic reforms. The meeting at the CBN headquarters in Abuja came as the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) released its Consumer Price Index (CPI) report showing the inflation rate dropped for the second consecutive month. Headline inflation eased to 22.97% in May 2025 from 23.71% in April 2025. It was 24.23% in February 2025. Experts agreed that the stability in the foreign exchange, forex reduction in energy costs, and improved agricultural activities contributed to the sustained decline in average cost of goods and services. And now to the foreign scene. Russia has carried out a mass missile and drone attack on Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, killing at least 15 people and wounding more than 100 others. A drone smashed into an apartment block, destroying dozens of flats, and Ukraine's interior minister said the country had been hit by 440 drones and 32 missiles. The attack overnight into today was among the biggest in the capital since the start of Russia's full-scale war, and President Vladimir Zelensky said it was one of the most terrifying strikes. Russia's defense ministry said it had targeted Ukraine's military-industrial complexes and that all its targets had been hit. And finally, in the world of sports, this afternoon, Oyo State Governor Engineer Seyi Makinde has officially approved the allocation of plots of land to members of the victorious 1998 Shooting Star Sport Club 3SE team, honoring a promise made 26 years ago by the then military administration of the state. The gesture recognizes the exceptional achievement of the 3SE squad, who in 1998 won both the Nigerian Premier League and the West African Football Union WAFU Cup, the latter being Nigeria's only continental club title till date. Their double triumph remains one of the most celebrated feats in Nigerian club football history, and following the success, the then military administrator of Oyo State, Kampo Amen Oyakire, had announced the reward of 1 million naira and a plot of land for each player and official. We've come to the end of the Newsline on Melody 100.7 FM, but before we wrap up, here is a recap of the major headlines. President Tinubu urged African leaders to make use of sovereign wealth to build Africa. Inspector General of Police and the Conference of Speakers clash over creation of state police. On entertainment, we told you Irish stock rise out over online bullying, and in business news you heard inflation rate drops to 22.97%. On the foreign scene, we told you Russia's deadliest attack on Kiev for months kills 15 and wound dozens. And in the world of sports, you heard Oyo State government grants land to 3S's 1998 title-winning squad. Do well to follow us across all social media platforms for more news stories and excellent programming. Newsline was compiled and produced by Bobola Egunfemi and is edited by Temitope Bremer. I am Mobola Badekale. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.
Broadway Station, Melody 100.7 FM. Melody FM, Bashoron Ibadan, Okoja Bẹ́ẹ̀. Melody FM, Bashoron Ibadan, Okoja Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ìròyìn ní ìkànnì Melody 100.7 FM Ìbàdàn.
Ẹ káàsán, àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn la mú wá sí etí ìgbọ̀yìn láti ìkànnì Melody 100.7 FM Ìbàdàn. Olabisi Ọ̀làdìmẹ́jì lóníròyìn. Ṣáájú ẹ̀gbọ́ kókó tó wà nínú ìròyìn náà. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu rọ àwọn adarí ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ láti ṣe àmúlò ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì orílẹ̀-èdè fún ìdàgbàsókè ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀. Ọ̀gá àgbà fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá àti àwọn olórí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin jà lórí ìdásílẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá abẹ́lé. Ní ẹ̀ka amúlùúdùn, Irastar ké gbàjarè lórí ohun tí wọ́n fi ojú rẹ̀ rí lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. Ní ilẹ̀ òkèèrè, ìkọlù Russia ṣe ikú pa èèyàn 15 tí ogunlọ́gọ̀ sì farapa. Ìròyìn ní ẹ̀ka okòwò, ọ̀wọ́n gógó nǹkan ti dúró lórí ìdá 23.8. Ìròyìn eré ìdárayá, ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ fún àwọn ikọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Shooting Star tí wọ́n jáwé olúborí ní ọdún 1998 nílẹ̀. Ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ohun tí wọ́n fi ojú rẹ̀ rí lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára ó ń fi àìdùnnú rẹ̀ hàn ní àárọ̀ àná. Irastar rọ àwọn tí wọ́n fi ṣe ẹlẹ́yà pé kí wọ́n fi òun sílẹ̀ kí wọ́n sì mójútó ohun tó ṣe pàtàkì. Ó sọ eléyìí lójú òpó ayélujára X rẹ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n fi òun ṣe ẹlẹ́yà láì ní ìdí kankan. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ti rọ àwọn olórí nílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ pé kí wọ́n lo àwọn ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì orílẹ̀-èdè fún ìdàgbàsókè àwọn ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ní ṣíṣe àmúlò àwọn ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì yìí náà ni yóò jẹ́ kí ìdàgbàsókè dé bá àwọn ohun amáyédẹrùn tí ó sì pèsè iṣẹ́ lọ́pọ̀ yanturu fún àwọn ọ̀dọ́. Ó ń sọ eléyìí lánàá níbi ìpàdépọ̀ ọdọọdún ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin irú rẹ̀ tí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ olùdókòwò ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì nílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ ṣe nílùú Àbújá. Ìgbákejì ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Kashim Shettima náà ló ṣojú ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu níbi ìpàdé yìí. Ọ̀gá àgbà fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá Káyọ̀dé Ẹgbẹ́tókùn àti àwọn olórí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ní gbọ́nmisí omi òtó lánàá lórí ìdásílẹ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pàá abẹ́lé. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ níbi àtúngbéyẹ̀wò òfin lórí àtúntò ètò ààbò tí wọ́n pe àkọlé rẹ̀ ní àlàáfíà orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti ètò ààbò. Ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ yìí ní ìgbìmọ̀ tó mójútó àtúntò òfin nílé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àti ọ́fíìsì olùbádámọ̀ràn sí ètò ààbò ṣe agbátẹrù rẹ̀. Káyọ̀dé Gbétókun ní kí wọ́n ṣe ìrónilágbára fún àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá káàkiri. Ó ní èyí tí wọ́n fi dá iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá abẹ́lé mìíràn sílẹ̀. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn náà lẹ gbọ́ yìí ní ìkànnì Melody 100.7 FM Ìbàdàn.
Melody 100.7 FM Ìbàdàn.
Ayé ń gbọ́ máa sọ̀rùn nìbàdàn láti gbé ń dà kékelúké.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn náà lẹ ń gbọ́ yìí ní ìkànnì Melody 100.7 FM Ìbàdàn. Ìròyìn ní ẹ̀ka okòòwò. Mínísítà fún ètò ìṣúná àti ààtò ọ̀gbẹ́ni Wálé Ẹ̀dùn àti gómìnà fún báńkì àpapọ̀ lẹ́wà ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ọláyẹmí Kàdóso ṣe ìpàdé lánàá látara akitiyan wọn láti rí dájú pé àtúnṣe dé bá ètò ọrọ̀ ajé. Ìpàdé ọ̀hún tó wáyé ní iléeṣẹ́ àpapọ̀ fún báńkì orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà nílùú Àbújá. Ó náà ló wáyé lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí àjọ NBS fi òǹkà bí nǹkan ṣe wọ́n gógó síta. Wọ́n ní ọ̀wọ́n gógó nǹkan ó náà ló ti já sí ìdá 23.4% nínú oṣù karùn-ún ọdún 2025 láti ìdá 4.4% tó wà nínú oṣù kẹrin ọdún 2025. Ìròyìn ilẹ̀ òkèèrè. Ilẹ̀ Russia ti ṣe ìkọlù sí olú ilẹ̀ Ukraine tí wọ́n sì ṣe ikú pa èèyàn 15 tí èèyàn tó tó 100 sì farapa. Ìkọlù yìí náà ni wọ́n ṣe sí apá ibì kan tí àwọn èèyàn ń gbé ní orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀hún. Mínísítà tó mójútó ọ̀rọ̀ abẹ́lé ní orílẹ̀-èdè Ukraine ní àwọn ohun ìjagun olóró náà ni wọ́n fi ṣe ìkọlù náà. Ìkọlù yìí náà ló wáyé lóru mọ́júmọ́ tí ó sì jẹ́ ìkọlù tó lágbára jù láti ilẹ̀ Russia. Ìròyìn eré ìdárayá. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ onímọ̀-ẹ̀rọ Ṣèyí Mákindé ti bu ọwọ́ lù fífún àwọn tí wọ́n jáwé olúborí níbi ìdíje 1998 tí wọ́n jẹ́ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Shooting Star nílẹ̀. Èyí ni láti mú àdéhùn tí wọ́n ṣe fún wọn láti ọdún 26 sẹ́yìn ṣẹ. Ìjọba ṣe eléyìí láti ṣe àfihàn iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Shooting Star ikọ̀ ọdún 1998 ṣe láti jáwé olúborí níbi ìdíje Premier League àti ìdíje West African Football Union WAFU tó wáyé ní ọdún 1998. Kò ní jù báyìí lọ lórí àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn lọ́sàn-án tòní, àmọ́ kí n tó máa lọ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn kókó tó wà nínú ìròyìn tá a mú wá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu rọ àwọn adarí ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ láti ṣe àmúlò ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì orílẹ̀-èdè fún ìdàgbàsókè ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀. Ọ̀gá àgbà fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá àti àwọn olórí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin jà lórí ìdásílẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá abẹ́lé. Ní ẹ̀ka amúlùúdùn, Àìrásà kégbàjarè lórí ohun tí wọ́n fi ojú rẹ̀ rí ní orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára. Ìròyìn ilẹ̀ òkèèrè. Ìkọlù Russia ṣe ikú pa èèyàn 15 tí ogunlọ́gọ̀ sì farapa ní ilẹ̀ Ukraine. Ìròyìn ní ẹ̀ka okòwò. Ọ̀wọ́n gógó nǹkan ti dúró lórí ìdá 23.4%.